Making money has never been easier. Hi, my name is Queen, and I'm going to dedicate the next 15 to 20 minutes to tell you everything you need to know foundationally to start making money. Let's start from the very beginning. What is money? Okay, money is currency, and currency flows. There has to be a flow, right? Currency, current, it flows in the direction of something. Everybody already knows, and we hear it all the time. We've always heard it. Money flows in the direction of value, right? But that's not all. Money doesn't only flow in the direction of value. Money is also concentrated in certain areas, industries, sectors, businesses. So two things. It's either you're creating value, that ensures that money is flowing to you, which means that you are the pool, and other people can also in turn connect to you as a channel of that flow. Or you can identify places where money is concentrated and create a channel for yourself, right? So that is just an introduction to money, to what money is, how money is, and all of that. But then let's go right into the next part, which is telling you about value. Okay, and I want to break it down very easily because a lot of people have heard value all the time. But I want to tell you one secret why you have not been able to use your value properly. You've lived with yourself from the day you were born up until this very moment, right? And you have commonized the very things that have been put inside of you to create, monetize, and change the entire trajectory of your life because you are used to yourself. You now value the things that you have out of familiarity. So when you look at others, they are doing excellent jobs, they're doing great. But then you look at what you have and what you do, and you don't think you're doing that good. That is because you are not positioning your value anymore. You familiarized it. So you're not positioning your value for visibility. And nobody is going to come into your head and take out what is in your head and be like, okay, I think there's something this person said, let me just take it out and use it. No, you have to position your value for visibility. Value and positioning, the same way money and value, two sides of a coin, right? You cannot have one without having the other. You cannot have value and not position well and expect to be making money. It is impossible, plus cannot. So you want to know where to position, who to position to, who needs to see you, who needs to hear you. These are all the things around value that makes it a bit tricky for people to just, step out. But it is not even as hard as it has seemed to be, if you get what I'm trying to say. I even have all of this in my money starter pack. It's a course that has been put together very bountifully in abundance of value and resources that would help you start your new journey to create financial stability, increase income, and so much more. So now that we've talked about that, let's jump right into targeting income. I think this is what a lot of people also miss as well. Targeting income is not saying, I want to make $1 million monthly, and then you just know, I know I want to make $1 million monthly or daily or bi-weekly, whichever category you fall into. That's what I want to be making, right? And it's not just by saying it to yourself and then you will not start saying, oh, I'm going to look for opportunities here, I'm going to look for opportunities there. Start with you inside. So there's a money targeting or like an income target calculator and plan that I have created that will streamline this thing very well for you, and you'll be able to begin to implement it immediately. It means that part of implementation is actually making money. It means that the week you're implementing, you're beginning to see money already flowing in, right? So because it already deals with existing structures that you have. So for example, you're going to take those structures. I have a like an ebook that I'll give to you called the 100 money multipliers. There are a lot of ways there, a lot of things you can use to structure your business. They are all called strategies that you could use in your business, right? And you put it in your business, you try it out if it's going to work for your business or not. And there are over 100. right? So you apply these strategies, you see what works, you see what doesn't work, right? And then when you get to use that, you will now be able to say, okay, this works for me, or this doesn't work for me. And then you calculate what does your calculation look like. So in this week, you can tell yourself that, oh, I was able to do 10,000 naira consecutively, and I'm aiming at 1,000,000 naira daily. How do I do that if I'm still making 10,000? That's what's in your head. But the problem is that people don't understand that money doesn't grow in a linear motion, doesn't go straight. It's multiplication. That's how money grows, right? It's like taking a step from a staircase and then you stretch to take the sixth step instead of the second step. That's how money grows. And that's not because you are doing Ponzi scheme or one thing. No, it's because that's how money was designed to grow. Okay, so because once you have that strategy that has gotten you 10,000 naira, you can still improve on that strategy by applying, maybe adding one or two other strategies that can help you balance up well. And before you know, that same strategy that was producing 10k is producing 50k, is producing 500k, is producing 1 million daily. And you can, all that is in the starter pack course. Okay, let's jump right on to the entire structure of consistency in this journey. I want to plead with you. Be consistent to the things that you do for your personal advancement. I'm sure you're tired of seeing other people start and take flight. You too want to take flight. You too also want to level up the game. You want to change things. You want to change, the trajectory of your life. You want to be like, oh, I'm more financially stable now. Oh, I just increased my income to 2 million naira. Because while you're sitting down here making your plans, there are people that are already doing it. And the goal is that you want to be one of those people who are doing it, right? So you need to be consistent. You need to tell yourself that once I start this journey, no turning back. No turning back. No turning back. No, I can never go back. Oh, yeah, you need to tell yourself that. Literally, like no turning back. Right? So another thing that I want you to now focus on is your mindset. I didn't talk about mindset in the beginning because it's a continuous process. So throughout the journey that you're taking to create this wealth, you will keep working on your mindset, because while you're taking this journey, you notice that there are some mindsets that you have that are limiting. So you want to take those mindsets and be like, no, not this, not that. And of course, in the starter pack course, there's so many resources that will help you to recalibrate your mind. And what I usually advise is that while you're taking the course, don't just dwell on the mindset segment that I want to finish this one before I go to the next one. You can decide to do one today, and then you go ahead and continue to build on the other things that you need to build, that you need to be implementing already while you're taking the course. Okay, so that as the journey is going, you begin to have answers, because you would experience some hiccups in some places because of your mindset. So while you're doing that, you'll be listening, you say, oh, no wonder is this mindset that is causing me to do like this, to underprice, to not push my value, to hide, to not put in the effort that my value requires to be value. Those things will start coming here and there, and you'll be able to now holistically come into a place where you can tell yourself that I am financially stable, literate, and my mindset is right. I hope this helps. Yeah, I hope this helps. Really, really, really helps. Feel free to subscribe, send me a DM, reach out to me for the course.